building the future, watch them strive. Why use? Why use? Tune in and vibe the drive. Why use? Why use? Tune in and vibe the drive.
What's up?
What's up? Hey.
Powered by Riverside.
This that was the end of the Wild Nation podcast. You heard it live, man. You heard it live. Welcome to YouTube, our channel, the Wild Oos Podcast.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Yes, as you heard it, powered by Riverside FM. We'll be dropping it below the link. It's also on our YouTube channel. Everywhere. Everything that we have social media wise, that's our affiliated link. We will get a portion or some kind of commission from it if you purchase or get yourself a Riverside FM through us. So, you know what I'm saying? Thank you in advance. But, Ely, what's going on, man?
Yeah, what's going on? Crazy stuff going on in the world. A lot of things going on. But as for me, I'm doing great. How about you,
Um,
bro?
busy, you know, busy, busy, busy. My 9 to 5 has kept me very busy. But, we keep going. The world keeps going, right? So
Exactly.
we got to keep going too. But we got Elon Musk this week, ladies and gentlemen. That's who we'll be covering today. Elon Musk and Doge. Is it Doge or Dog? How you say that?
Doge.
Doge. Doge Abane, something like that. Anyways, man, we're just gonna dive right to it. Should we do that first, or should yeah? We'll jump right to it. We'll talk about our highlights. I mean, our topics and or updates and uh, shout out business highlights. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why everybody's tuning in. But before we jump real quick, I cannot connect to Facebook for some reason because Facebook keeps going, putting our live on my personal profile, which, you know what I'm saying? The families of the family, they support our podcast, but trying to connect with our YO's community who channels in with us. You know what I'm saying? So still a work in progress. I look Polo, Zuckerberg. But anyways,
I tell you,
you
man.
know what I'm saying? For real. Stuff like that, man.
How annoying.
Yeah, so we're only live right now on YouTube until I figure it out.
Well, at least we're live somewhere. It would have been nice if we would have had the capability because it allows us here to go on Facebook. But damn it, we're trying to get in our wows. Sham it. Oh well.
Community.
Yeah.
But we're gonna we're
We
gonna
keep
keep
going.
moving
We
forward
keep going.
for real. One day we will pay for a paid advertisement, y'all. But not today. Today we're just gonna be word of mouth. Continue to do the word of mouth. But yeah, Elon Musk. What is your take on it, cousin? I mean, there's so much to cover on this guy. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
I'm gonna
what
have
do
you
you
start it
want to
off.
cover of this guy? I mean, there's so many negative. Well, it's like 50-50 out there. Those are just there's people that are just praising Elon Musk with what his team is doing. Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. Those And then you have the other side who are screaming, Bloody Mary, this guy is going crazy. He's overtaking the government, and want access to our data, to our social security number and so forth. I mean, Elon is a hot topic. They're doing mass protests out there. Across the country, people are protesting to get rid of Elon, and then you have people backing him up, saying he's doing what no one has done for so long. Everyone just been talking about. Everybody that came into leadership talk about gutting or fixing, reforming the government, but slow. slow slow doing it, but the way Elon's going with it, I mean, he's just going crazy and basically in a lot of people's eyes who are fully support is he's getting rid of all the the fat. He is bringing out all the exposing everything that people always thought about that was out there. But then there's people again that are questioning is, what is the what is his reason behind all this? And so it's a deeper conversation than it is, but we wanted to talk about because you sent me the whole data that was on X with the Social Security data, claiming that millions of dead people that are receiving money still dead people. So, but
Yeah,
Elon is a
all the
hot
way to
topic.
like 300,
Hmm.
all the way to like 300 something years old.
Right.
That's crazy, right?
But 300 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
300 years old. So my thing with it is, I see what he puts out there, but um, where's the actual information? Because if you're gonna go do an audit, let's be a little detail about it. You don't have to be not detail, but show me something else instead of just the age difference. I mean, I spoke to some of the Social Security folks that I know, and it's like they said, well, they have to actually check on these people, make sure they're alive to get it. I understand that, but the information that's being put out there, and he's controlling the narrative, and people are loving it. But then you got to do your due diligence. Like, is it really about? Is that what those numbers are? The 100, to 300. I mean, I still have questions, to be honest. I mean, it's great that everything's being exposed, but I'm not just going to believe the hype because it's out there. I just want to know, okay, so why would the SSA be continue to give out money like that? I mean, I still have questions, bro, but I want to hear your side on it because
Yeah, it's just sticking to the part where we're talking about how he put up. Excuse me. Whew. Oh yeah, the flu is just spreading all over the place. But so talking about the data that he put out there, is just a little chart that he posted on X talking about, or just posting like, wow, somebody explain. I'm just paraphrasing, and I was reading the comments, and yeah, like you said, it's a broader conversation because some of the people on the left was talking about, okay, that can affect, because Social Security, these are the people, the numbers there's actually more people on that chart than there is actual people in the U.S. that are voting. That's where, somebody like Trump's party was complaining, like the numbers were fixed, or it was just, there's something going on. And then you have the insurance companies, because a lot of people are passing away and the insurance continues to keep skyrocketing up. Where does the money go? You know what I mean? Somebody like both of our mothers who obviously paid insurance these many years and they passed away. Yeah, we only got a little lump sum of it, but where's the rest of it go? You know what I mean? So
right,
a lot of people complaining about that kind of stuff, just stuff that hits home. And that's something that is interesting to discuss because not only that the chart shows that the ages, even the most craziest thing, and yeah, I understand. We are, you got to do your own homework, do your investigations, but this is just myself, more for Noah, my personal opinion on it. Looking at the chart and doing my own research on it is the crazy thing is when you have a newborn all the way to age maybe 13 years old, a newborn, and already having like the numbers is almost the same as us 40-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work out as far as the math goes? Meaning that, okay, are they, questions has been to rise is, are they using these newborns to 13-year-old as voters too? And as numbers to offset whatever that they're claiming when it comes to our taxes. Because as you know and I know, it still befuddles me when we're not only paying the government tax, you got the state tax, you got the county tax. depending where you're living at. And it just keeps adding on.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that goes on to like even an example, somebody even mentioned like the fire in California, right? It's the state of California. When it came to insurance, the state of California. I'm not sure exactly how the state of California works, but it has to do something to where the state doesn't even contribute to stuff like that. But what's pissing people that's not living in the state of California is how expensive the living cost is over there. Why didn't they fund all those money, like all the extra money that they're putting in? How come they didn't do that, use that funds to prevent these fires from happening? Especially, anybody living in California is no different from like Illinois or New York. So with those social security numbers, just crazy things like that that I was seeing online of everybody's talking about, and of course it hits home, right? So you have life insurance, home insurance with the weather and stuff going on, and then on top of that, let's not even start with international, where our money has been funded out there to Ukraine and everywhere else. It just goes on. The list goes on and on and on. So security for those that are retiring. I mean, you name it. This thing right here. And then of course we bring somebody like Elon Musk. People that are leaning on the left side that's not for him. He's talking about this guy, and they like to emphasize on Twitter that he purchased. I forgot the numbers. It was like in the thousands, and he just pretty much cut it down to what, 75% that he fired,
Mm-hmm.
around that number. So, and that's what the people are threatened by. It's like this man right here is just coming in, making decisions, which is a good thing, but at the same time, it's affecting those, like you mentioned, that we talked about yesterday, those that are veterans, those that are like in need of these funds, right? All of these people are getting affected, public schools versus the private schools. So, it's a good thing, and that's where the bad thing comes in because innocent lives at the end of the day, I take it as us, the middle class and lower class are still going to be affected by it. And it's the same old roller coaster thing. That's where I'm at with that one. But yeah, just within that part of Elon Musk.
Yeah, people just gotta be aware and stay awake. Just things are still moving. Right now, things are going so fast. So, like you said, with Elon Musk, he's doing a job that he was um, appointed to do.
Appointed.
Yep. So, I mean, can't be mad at the man. That's what Trump wanted, and those who voted and wanted this, there you have it. It's happening, and it's a lot of federal employees are losing their jobs. Um, and like you mentioned earlier, we did talk about it. It's important to understand that. I think a lot of people complaining, also saying, "Man, it's going so fast that, even those who actually work are getting affected by it." Because
Yeah.
right now, the narrative out there, the federal workers are lazy. Not all, not all federal workers are lazy. You know what people put out. The telework, um, people remotely working from home. I mean, that popped off because of COVID, but you still have people, in the private sector, they still work teleworking and remotely. Um, it feel like people are also saying that Elon's doing this because he's got that mindset, um, the business mindset, and Trump has the same mindset. If you need to be at work or cut, and then now you have people complaining. Well, if Trump is all about this, just came out today, so I'm just cracking up. Just staying on top and trying to find humor in what's going on. Um, Saying that, well, if he doesn't agree with people being outside the office, then why the hell is he golfing for 4 days straight? And he should be in the office working. I was like, well, goddamn. I said that's a good point.
It's a valid point.
I mean, everybody's just gonna nitpick and stuff, but the reality is, the government. Let's not pretend that the government needed to be looked into. All the previous presidents said the same thing too, but it was at a different pace. Right now, this guy just came in and he did it so swiftly. I mean, he's still coming at it, and they're aggressively doing what they're doing, and that's why the Social Security is up in arms. The administration, because they came in and wanted access, and the high guy decided, or the woman who was the director stepped down. They assigned somebody else to come do the job. They're just gonna find people to do the job. So if you're with it, then you're good. If you're not, then you gotta go. We're just gonna move on. That's what they're saying. We're just gonna keep forward. But that data that he be posting, that everybody's reposting on social media, it does raise questions. But then again, you have other folks like to do their own research. It's like, okay, if that is so, how? That's a lot of money.
Yes, I'm just trying to bear the. I'm trying to figure out the question. Breaking it down. So let's just say who are affected by it. We know it's federal employees, right? That are really impacted by this situation that's going on. And I can only speak within my own surrounding areas because I'm not a federal employee. So I don't feel the pressure that I'm hearing from federal employees going through all this. The cutback, people are getting laid off, people are retiring, getting fired. It's not affecting us. But I'm just like waiting. It's kind of like that hurry up and wait game right now for me. Like, okay, when is this going to affect in my job industry? Like how is this going to
Hmm.
affect us? Because obviously it starts from up top and it triggers its way down. So, did you hear about where they're talking about the stimulus check? And this one's
Yeah.
going to be a real big one. And because they found, like, for example, the state of New York, I believe, was one of the example, like the funds that the government, Biden and them and the previous ones allocated to them, and they haven't used it all. And the question is, why haven't you used the money in P? And the state was kind of like, well, we were saving this for whatever reason it was. So the Trump office in them is like, well, let's go ahead and take all this money back that you guys have not spent, all these states, and then let's go ahead and cut a check, stimulus check to the middle class and lower class. And there goes the question. That's great news, but to who? You know what I'm saying? It's only certain people that's going to benefit from it again. And I see the whole part of the reason why, because when you help the economy, we're the ones that's going to be buying, shop around. But then that's where everything, as far as inflation, starts rising. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I read somewhere at first it was $8,000 they're looking at to cut a stimulus check, and then now recently I see $5,000. Now I believe it's $5,000 per household, or but that's the last I've read. And the goal is, yes, they found all that money they want to give back. It's just to feed back into the economy, give it back to the consumer so they can go and shop, because all the tariff stuff that's going on. But the goal is to funnel the money back in, But that's what is that a one time stimulus check? Because people gonna want more. I mean, it's great, but that $8,000 go real quick. You and I both know that, and especially if it's 5,000. I mean, very grateful for it. Some people just gonna look at it as is a carrot being dangled right in front of you, and you look the other way and look at that 5,000, $8,000, but there's other stuff going on over here. So that's, but if that does come out, I'm very grateful for it. But that's what everybody's talking about right now of all the money they found. So, you know what? And then I quote, "That's my president. That's what we vote for. We're getting our money back." And I was like, hmm. And then some people are like, well, that's just, like I said earlier, it's a little carrot. Keep you focused on this while there's other stuff going on over here. But you and I, we're not subject matter experts. We're just here to give our little opinions on what's going on in the world today. Um, but yeah, we all know the government's corrupt. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Well, that's my personal opinion. But it's just sad to see that affects a lot of people. Not only the federal government, but also programs, Social Security. But I did read somewhere that Trump did say that he's not going to touch Social Security. So hopefully, by the time we retire, we'll still have our Social Security check, available for us. That there's money available, especially as we've been putting into that damn thing, our entire lives working. So there better be some money when it's our time to collect.
Shoot. Me and my family never got a stimulus check. Never did. So it was just like, well, we get this one. I would love to get this one. You know what I'm saying? That would be nice to receive something like that. But then again, that's why I asked the question. Like, okay, so who's gonna get it? Because I know that even with the pandemic and all that stuff happening, man, I ain't get shit. I was just like, yo. Matter of fact, I actually worked during the pandemic too.
Yeah, because you're an
So
essential employee. If you're an essential employee, you still got to go to work. I was going to work the whole time, so I don't know how it feels to stay home, and not work. Because we
for
worked during the
real.
pandemic, and I think it was a beautiful thing. Wasn't it beautiful going out there and it was empty roads and you, you got to work on in a great time and there was nobody around. I mean, it was nice though. But
Yeah, I wasn't complaining because even the money was really good too.
yes,
But even
absolutely.
my workplace though, they was getting stimulus check, and I'm just like, yo, I didn't get none. I blame my wife, but I didn't get none. Yeah, we didn't get any. So I mean, when this pops up, that would be nice. And if you're saying, I could use $8,000.
Like you said, middle class,
Uh,
whether we all could use $8,000, five thousand
yo,
dollars, whatever amount that is.
for real, man. And rumors are that they also wanted to use that. They were also saying, well, instead of making it a stimulus check, why don't we just go ahead? This is the government, the federal. Why don't we go ahead and invest the money into stocks? I was just like, damn, why? First of all, that's our money, taxpayers' money. You know what I'm saying? And you're making the few that are making decisions for stuff that we got to pay for. That's the one thing that I do want to shine a light on is for our community to wake up, and we need to come together and just raise our voice that we need to cut these taxes. I mean, what do you think about that? We're paying three to four different taxes. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that? For real?
Man, that'll be money back in our pockets. And if it'll feel great to have no taxes. You know, we can start like for example, we can start paying off our bills. We can afford to actually go and buy groceries. We can afford not to pay half the bill here or whatever. You can save money. You don't have to spend too much. You can put in stock if you want to. That would put money back into the people's pocket, and people can live comfortably and not live paycheck by paycheck. Especially for the single parents, especially for those who are not parents and live alone and they only have one income. That would be a big benefit for everyone.
Well, what about even like the married couple, where instead of two parents are working, now you can go back to where that would be nice. You know what I'm saying? Where one parent it makes enough to where it would cover either the wife or the husband. It would cover also the spouse and the children.
Oh,
That
that would
would
be
be
a
so
beautiful thing.
nice.
Hell yeah. Just one parent going, huh? So you don't have
For
to have your
real.
kids go to childcare and pay another mortgage over there.
That's what I'm saying. It's just kind of like I forgot where I read this from or heard it from. That we are so bondage or so muscle memory accustomed to paying all these taxes and not asking the questions because it's almost like I'm trying to see if I can make this make sense. For those that believe in the Christianity, 10%, right? 10%, that's pretty much the taxes. And then, somebody asks, well, what about, what's his name? Caesar. Well, give to what Caesar and then give to what God, right? The 10%. So in a Christian way, you understand that you get paid, you give your 10%, right? And then whatever the tax of the United States is, that's what we get. My thing is like these other additional taxes, the state taxes, the what is the county taxes, and then depending what town you live in too, the fees and stuff like that. I didn't, I don't know, I could be naive, but I didn't realize like big companies, Tesla or somebody like that, you work for them, you got to also pay taxes to the town that it's in. Somewhere like wherever Tesla is in Reno or Fallon. That little city is charging that company to be there, so it comes out of your paycheck too. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm just like, are we not? Why are we not asking all these questions? Then you got the Medicare, who I never needed to use Medicare because I've always worked, both me and my partner. You know what I'm saying? My wife. So we never had that. Why are we forced to just have those taxes taken away? Like, why are people entertaining that question? So like, okay, enough with the stimulus check. Enough with trying to do this, do that. Why don't we just start from the basics? Because as you know, taxes were all started because the regular taxes, of course, to build the streets, the city that you're in, the town that you're in. But the additional taxes that they changed the name, those were all used for war, back then. And then all of a sudden, we're still paying for that kind of stuff. And nobody is asking the questions.
And
Like,
nothing,
no,
things have changed, huh, bro? And then we're still doing
things
the
are,
same things
and
we've
we're
done.
still doing the same thing. It's like everybody's pointing the fingers to whoever is in the seat. Never mind whoever the president is. Never mind whoever the leader of the government is. Why don't us as a people ask those questions?
Yeah.
And but somebody like me, when I'm asking that question, I can have 30 to 40 people around me working the same area. Like we're all the same. And they're like, that's just it's what it is.
It's the way it is.
I'm just
So
like, yo.
they just want you to roll with it. Not
So
enough people talking about it. That's why.
not enough people talking about that, man. And that is where I stand at is kind of like we need to continue on to be voices of that. Like, check the taxes that we're paying. Because I mean, like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I'm only saying that because, I've been working a lot of overtime, right, this past month. I've never seen in my paycheck where they take $600 off. That's basically,
it, you got to be careful what bracket you're in, because
no, I
you
know, but
really
I'm
gotta.
just saying though.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm just like, yo, who are you to deserve to take $600 off of my hard work? You know what I'm saying? Did I still get a good paycheck? Yeah, I got a good paycheck, but I'm still questioning it. I'm like, why are you taking it? I'm used to 200 to $300 tax cut, right, off of a paycheck. But that doubled it up. And I'm asking the questions and I'm asking my supervisor and my peers, and they're all like, well, we got to pay tax. I'm like, no, we don't. That's the difference. We don't. There's no, it's just, we're just getting, what do you call it, robbed in front of our face. We're just accept, and we're accepting it. That's what gets me frustrated, or just, I don't know what to say, man. It's just, it's annoying. It really is.
And that's where a lot of people, American, people paying taxes. That's why they're fed up with it. That's why they're Team Doge right now because Doge is looking into every single aspect of the government, every single agency. People are basically said enough is enough. But then some people are like, oh shit, they're really going in, hammering it down. But hey, this is what you asked for. They're going in and looking into the government. So because this is your tax money, your money that went in. So you want to know where your money's going. Like we always been saying from our earlier previous podcast, follow the money. You want to follow your own money. You want to know where your money's going. That's why people were fed up and they wanted change. Now you have people questioning it who were been in office forever. I was like, how dare you question it? You've been in there. You could have changed stuff, and all of a sudden, someone else comes in and do it, but in a way that you don't like the way they're doing it. So now you're all up and raising arms, and but it's just funny. But yeah, so when I do overtime, I have to be very careful how many overtimes I do because of the amount of tax that's been going out per pay period. So if I were
Hmm.
to work 3 overtimes, I try not to do more than four, because it will take me to a whole different tax bracket level at the end of the year, and I'm like, shit. And plus, even in the paycheck, it'll be more than $600 be taken off if I go over maybe four overtimes. So you gotta watch your money.
Somebody's like saying Doge should not pay a 5,000 dividend to the U.S. taxpayers. They should use it to pay down debt and expand the economy. Expand what economy, fool? You know what I'm saying? America's already great as it is. Give us our damn money back so homeowners or us middle class and lower class can be able to elevate and make our economy, our surrounding better. The fuck you talking about? Sorry.
Be nice. They make it easier for people to own homes, Americans to own homes. There's so many, people that want to own homes, but it's just crazy. And then you guys with the property taxes. Imagine if they get rid of property taxes.
Well, let's keep it real for us homeowners. It ain't even that freaking American dream. It's expensive.
Hmm.
I mean, people are not considering the state taxes that you got to pay every year. And then, never mind if you freaking live in a homeowner association, them bastards are like, excuse my language, them fools, whoever came up with that, I feel like they're crooks too.
Tell me about it. Homer so
Eh,
home
HOA,
HOA
yeah,
ripoffs. Like who created that shit and made them the kings of charging people of what telling them what they need to do on their own property. And this is what I try to tell people with the land. It's like you don't own it. The bank owns it. Go ahead and stop making payment one time. You think the bank's not going to come for their money? If you truly own it, you pay that house off and you know off. But then you have the property taxes. You don't pay the property taxes, they can take your place away. I mean, it's like you said, it's make the American dream better. Like that's the thing they sold back in the days. Ooh, you can own a house, get the white picket fence, big backyard, family house. I mean, if you're gonna make money off of it, the only way people they turn it into an Airbnb rentals. Do they just buy another property, do rentals? I mean, I guess that's the way you can make money off of your stuff. And then I don't know.
if you're for Airbnb, if you're in a good location
Hmm.
that has a lot of people coming and visiting that area, Airbnb is a way to go. But for like towns, you know what I'm saying, little towns, I lived at a few small towns, and it is hard to renovate, or just have somebody rent your home or even an Airbnb because traffic is not coming in. Tourism, of whatever the event is. So it's like, question is to me is, is the American dream uh, full of bullshit? Just that way we can just keep paying more taxes and stuff for where the rich folks or the 2%ers, 1%ers, 3%ers, whatever you want to call them, benefit from us, looking and laughing at us and stuff like, look at these dumbasses. Let them continue to buy our stuff for us. You know what I'm saying? Let the poor and the middle class continue to make us profit. You know what I mean?
And some people just say it is what it is.
I used to
No, it's
say
not.
that too.
I
I used to
know.
say that too, man. Now I'm just like, no, it's not is what it is, man. It's like,
But you and I, we're paying attention. That's why we making our moves. You know, just
yeah,
gotta
some
do what
good
we gotta
news.
do.
Some good news, man. I'm so excited for it. For those that are tuned in with us, man, stay tuned, man. I'm telling you, we got some exciting news down the road and more to come, just more to come. And it's just really just trying to pass on information to those that are who I used to be like, was very lazy, and I used to be a part of those that whatever the main media, the social media, what people are saying, I believe it without doing my own research. Now I'm all about like whatever news it is, it can be like the freaking Pope himself says it, and I'm gonna be like, well, I'm just, I'm gonna question that, you know, because you gotta do your own research. You have to. Make your own decision.
That's right. And you know how we have J Bid, a series of J Bid, and I just love listening to that guy talk, and I'm still following his, his step by step, and I can't wait to have another episode with him so he can update us and give us further steps because I know that the stock market, even though it's up and down, but there's stuff that's going on and I'm seeing it. I'm actually learning like what he said to do is watch more videos on stock and because I'm following what President Trump's doing and Elon because whatever they talk about because things about to happen, this whole AI thing. We heard about AI back then, but I mean, it's huge right now. You had JD Vance talk about it, and I forgot where he was talking, and he said, America's going to lead the way with AI. So it's like, ooh, let me go do a little research here, but yeah, gotta pay attention to those things. Just because we Samoans don't mean. And I know there's a lot of Samoans out there. Share some knowledge with us. Come share
For
with the
real, man.
people. Come on our platform, because that's the whole thing. We want to share with everybody. Get more of those two percenters out there from the Pacific.
So, do we have anything else to cover with Elon Musk? Anything else that stands out besides his what is it? 12. He got 12 kids, and somebody saying that that's his son or that's his baby, but he hasn't confirmed that that's his. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know the man had like 12 plus kids allegedly. I don't know. I mean,
I didn't either, but I heard about that. But I ain't got
yeah.
nothing else on Elon. He's just doing his thing with Doge. So um, it's just every day or morning, afternoon, night. There's something new coming out. So just be on the watch. Elon's on the hunt.
That's crazy, man. Speaking of that, with him and Donald Trump's interview, there's just the one where somebody said, like, you know what? I've never seen Donald Trump look so uncomfortable because and Elon, he had Elon just do the whole interview as they were asking. You know what I'm saying? Let me try to find a little short one here because this
Was this
is
the one when they were in the Oval Office with his son?
yeah, when it sounds like shh or something like be quiet or whatever. That, I was just like, what the heck? And then people were making a big deal about that because they were just like, this is the president's house. The disrespect, man. You got to know when to bring your kids in. And then, of course, those on the right side, they're like, look, man, sports people's been doing that. President Kennedy did it himself too with his son under the table, and it was like a historical picture and stuff like that. So they were just saying like, Donald Trump is calculated because it kind of like images like he's the new. I wouldn't want to say the new Kennedy, but he's gonna be that hero. I'm just like, I'm like, oh, so these guys are going real far about these stuff, man. But it was the first one where you barely hear Donald Trump talk. You hear it's Elon just answering everything. So he's like, "Go ahead, Elon." Just break down whatever you want to break down. And, I didn't have a lot of time to really sit down and listen to it and stuff. I was just kind of like in and out trying to get ready for our podcast to see what's going on. But that's the one thing that stood out to me. I was just like, "Yeah, that is right." Normally, Donald Trump would be still in the show because he loves to talk, but he actually gave his man, his partner, the opportunity to go ahead and do what he's doing. So
Well, that's why I look at it. He knew Elon was coming and they're going to have questions on it. Who best to come answer the question that's the one that's actually doing the work that I appointed to do? I'm going to have that subject matter expert speak on it so you can hear it straight from the horse's mouth. That's what I
the
would do.
difference of a president that's mastering business, and a
Mm-hmm.
president that's mastering politics. You see
Yeah.
the difference right there. And, like I said, 50-50. People love that. They're like, man, we've been doing this thing where you wear a suit, you're in the Oval Office, you're doing the same old thing, reading off of the teleprompter. At least, this change right here is a good thing. So only only time will tell, right?
Yep. Only time. Only time.
Speaking of Elon Musk, uh, just like how we say with Tulsi Gabbard and Akash and RFK Jr. You know what I'm saying? We wish you guys the best to lead our nation, making wise decisions. And we know that all decisions are not always going to be good. But you know what I'm saying? We're rooting for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are our leaders now. So
And
good
speaking of
luck, man.
Kash Patel, congratulations, Kash Patel. He just got confirmed today to be the new director of the FBI. Took a minute. So here we go. We're going to see more Kash Patel out there.
And you know, everybody
Woo!
only got 2 minutes to talk when it comes to Kosh. You got two
Just
minutes.
2 minutes. That guy
I
was a
like that.
beast.
Hey, man, everybody just standing their ground. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I think the one thing I will say that I like about this party right here of Donald Trump, he's got a whole bunch of them that are alpha in whatever, either it's a female or a male. They stand their ground. They stand for what they fight for what they believe in, and they're not afraid to admit when they're wrong. I mean, so I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, the it can continue on so that way we can see more. And I'm talking about more than 4 years. I'm not saying just President Donald Trump to extend him being a president, but just this movement so we can at least see it through, even if it's a whole decade, 10 years. Because
Hmm.
you will really see the progress and everything change off of that. And what happens right here to me, the way I feel about it, it separates Americans that are lazy to work and Americans that are ready, like ourselves, to keep going forward, plowing through it. Like, yes, give me all the opportunities I need to get to whatever success or whatever goal that I want to do in life here in this country. So, that's the way I look at it. If you're somebody that's very lazy to and you don't want to do earn your own keep, that's on you. To me, that's are the ones that are complaining. To be honest with you, I mean that's just how I feel.
It's a choice. It's a choice what you do with the current situation that's going on. So whether you're lazy or not, it's up to you what direction you're going. So you're gonna have to pick, regardless of what's going on. You know it's happening. If you continue to complain and just start pointing fingers, those are just excuses. I mean, I don't like what I'm seeing a lot of it, but I do like some of it. But then what are you gonna do about it? That's the whole thing. It's you know I'm at the point where I'm tired of hearing people complain and don't do anything about it and just sit back. I don't have time for like the negative that negative vibe around me, because I'm halfway through, you know, been on this earth getting close to 50 years. So my patience is very short these days. It's all about positive vibes right now, and just like I could talk about negative stuff, but the whole thing is, okay, yeah, that's what's happening, but we got to start looking at what we can make it positive, and the only thing you can do is control what I have in front of me. So I try not to worry about what's going on, and that lazy spirit, yeah, you can say bye to that with me.
Get it away. I know. That explains why somebody like Trump and anybody that's going within the 50 years old and up, I want to say 40s and up, just don't tolerate just don't tolerate the BS. You know what I'm saying? It's like I ain't got time for that, man. Just give it to me straight and let me know. Just move on like we are. Today we're about to get into the series of Spotlight for the week. Ely, do you have any spotlight that you want to highlight this week?
No, I know you do.
You know what? I actually do. And this week's spotlight, man, a big shout out to Boom Nation. The Uso No Fizz. Come on, No Fizz from Seattle. The 68206 from the 206. The
Hmm.
Uso No Fizz is a gamer. He streams on TikTok Live. For those that are TikTokers, get on the Uso No Fizz. Come on, Boom Nation. He streams live all the time. This man is talented with music. Me and Young Y Us was just entertained for a good hour as the Uso was playing his piano and just letting us throw out songs there. He'll just go ahead and play it. The Uso is talented. And not only that, happy belated birthday. The young
Happy
man has
belated
just turned
birthday.
He just turned 40. You know what I'm saying? Calling me up that saying that I'm uncle, that little bastard. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oops. Oops, I'm only like 3 years older than you, yo. Let's get the record straight. And you know what's funny though? Samo Beauty chimed in too. You know, she got on TikTok Live, and I was like, no, the oldest one is Samo Beauty. So we're just shout out to Ella. Hold up, Ella is my woman, man. But anyways, man, Boom Nation, man, shout out to you, my Uso. Mm. And the next series that we're about to jump into is motivational posts. Are you ready for a motivational post, cousin?
Yep.
All
Habits, habits, habits. We were talking about laziness and so forth. We can all get out of that. I don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could be lazy too, right, Mofanua? You can be lazy every now and then, but when you're really trying to push and pursue your dreams, it's never too late to have a dream and to start a dream. Right here, it takes 3 months for a new habit to take hold. Be
right.
consistent with your routine, and it will soon become a part of your lifestyle. That's the motivation right there.
Man, there you have it, folks. Those are the topics that we were talking about, man. But other than that, just stay grinding, stay positive. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got for y'all, unless Queen has anything. Oh, shit, my bad. Do we have any updates?
Hmm. Uh, no, just keep coming to our YouTube channel, our Facebook. Follow us there, and our affiliate programs. If you like the mic that you see right here, it's a toner. You can go on our TikTok and purchase it. We are affiliated with Printful also. If you want to print these beautiful visors that I have and the hat that brother over there have. You can go to Printful and do all that. You don't have to worry about anything. You know, all the packaging and ordering takes place there. And then Obis, you see our wonderful editing master right there, Mr. Mofanua. We're affiliated with Opus. So you can click it on our link right there, yoos.com. Visit us, say hi. If you want to be a podcast guest, go on our yoos.com also and send us an email and we'll respond. We want to elevate and highlight all walks of life on this podcast.
Yeah, and don't forget to follow Queen at Queen underscore YOs at TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Well, we keep y'all updated. Queen be posting all these motivational quotes and stuff like that. That's the content that she puts out for us. And until we stop being no, we're not going to stop. We're not going to make our social media a business thing. Social media started off for everybody to connect. We believe that's what we do it for. So everything, all the viewers that you see that comes on the wide or engage with us, that's authentic. We're not buying no
Absolutely.
boost. Oh, excuse me.
Yep, we're not paying extra cash, extra $5 just to boost our content, but everything that we're doing is it's authentic and just getting people to like us, for the stuff that we put out, for who we are. But I know eventually that's why we have you to boost us. Share, like, and follow.
Yeah. And if you want to get on the Wild Host podcast to come on to this live with us, go ahead and reach out to us at service@wildhost.com. That's where you can connect with us. And by the way, everything that we comment when it's on Facebook, Instagram, that's Ely. When it's on YouTube, what else we got? TikTok, that's Wahoosh. You know what I'm saying? So we just we stay engaged with our audience and stuff like that, and we just want to just continue to promote this positive vibe because that's what we're all about, man. Anything else, cousin? I ain't got nothing else, man. Just want to give a shout out to everybody for tuning in. Thank y'all for coming by. Oh, I do have an update. My bad. So J Bid, speaking of J Bid, we will be I will be coming on with J Bid maybe next week or the following week. We're going to put in more information like what you said, Ely. Uh, that's about it. This J Bid coming on. Yeah.
Awesome. I have nothing to share, but it was great tonight. Great to talk about what we talked about, and I look forward to hearing from you, Jay Bid.
I'm trying to see right here. I like this one.
I like this one.
I know.
Powered by Riverside.
And now I'm more for Nua.
And I'm Ely.
Yes, father.
La Ia.
Yeah, fa la ill. Loading,
Oh
loading.
man.